Hey, how you doing? Austin here. This is a nightly slash midnight update. You guys have shown me by your responses, liking and commenting that you would like me to continue to do those. In fact, I want a little bit more reassurance. I would just you guys drop in the comments below. Yep, Austin, keep it up. We like the nighttime updates. I view this as helping kind of the rest of you guys who are waking up, who are not in the same hemisphere as we are here in the States, as well as we have a lot of people in our military who follow me, which is pretty cool. And just overall, I want to help you guys on the other side of the planet just kind of navigate the proverbial Shiba Inu waters. Okay, so here's where we're at right now with SHIB. We're currently down about 1%, and we're going to dig into that here in just a minute. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Almost forgot, right? If you're interested, check out my Patreon. Links are in the description below. Here's the thing. You have direct access to me, and I can help you with your portfolio. That's really what I see most people really wanting. And I spent like 2.5, 3 hours today just helping different people, giving them guidance and things like that. You also can see my inner circle portfolio, what I'm buying, what I'm selling. In fact, today I sent out a sell alert today, specifically a particular crypto that I'm getting out of and moving into a different one. So that was something that we did today in my Patreon group. So check it out. Links are in the description and in the top pinned comment if you're interested in that. Okay, so as I mentioned, SHIB is down about 1%. Okay, right here, right now, that's fine. This is not overly concerning to me. I'm not really even worried about this. Definitely not something to be concerned. Kind of where we're at. We're going in that. We're trading in that kind of sideways pattern scenario. I'll show you that real quickly. This is my trading view chart. I keep this really. I don't, as you guys know, I don't do a lot of real in-depth technical analysis. I really only do this just to kind of chart the overall pattern, look for patterns, look for kind of where I'm seeing some things going, and it looks like what I had talked about is happening. We've established that this is our channel. We've got a period of consolidation here. We're definitely considering to kind of consolidate and move right. And we've set a level, kind of a good support level in the 805 range. If we hit, I've done some preliminary analysis. If we hit kind of in the down here, if we continue to kind of move down here and we hit in like the 7.5 range, I'm worried that we will drop. Okay, that's kind of a key basement support level that I don't want to see us hit. So if we hit down below, earlier, we right here about what 10, 11, 12 hours ago, we hit 776. Right here we hit 780. And right here we hit 777. If we hit kind of that 7.5 level and then don't bounce back immediately from that, my concern is that that's not a good scenario to play out, and we could see some trend down. Not overly concerned about that, but just something to be aware of. Okay. Also, we've got a resistance level here that's pretty well established as far as resistance, where it's 827. We've touched it about 5 or 6 times and been absolutely turned back. You can also see this latest channel starting to develop. We're not even getting close to that 827 kind of 826 range. Okay, again, concerning to me a little bit that we didn't even get close to touching that on this last trip up, and so we're starting to see a little bit higher. Lower lows. All right. Again, I'm just pointing out some of the obvious things that I'm seeing here. I'm going to keep an eye on it and see how we continue to develop. Right here, right now, if I look at, and if I refresh this real quick, I want to look at holders. So August 8th was 635, 634, 790, 730, 750. Let's look at the real number. 635, 650. Yeah, so we're basically adding about 1,000 holders. There's about 1,500 right there. 63,560, 63,3, 63,560, 63. That was about 800. 63, 62. That's about 1,500. 62.5. That's about 3,000. In the last 4 or 5 days, the holders have slowed a little bit and started not overly concerning to me. Also, I'm going to factor in one thing: the crypto fear and greed index has kind of been backing away a little bit. We hit. Yesterday we hit 73. We backed the 3 points off of that. This measures fear and greed. It feels like we might be backing a little bit into the fear. I've talked about this in previous videos, as well as previous Shiba videos or update videos, Ethereum videos. I think what we're seeing right here, right now, let me refresh this and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. Again, it's a SHIB video, but you need to understand how SHIB fits in the overall grand scheme of things, right? So we've had Bitcoin really kind of take a sideways pattern itself. Ethereum has as well. Even though Ethereum's got a lot of stuff moving for it, Bitcoin has as well. Bitcoin's kind of backed off that 45,000 number. In fact, if you kind of go back about 10 days, we were on a pretty nice little bull run that lasted for about 5 to 7, 8 plus days, where we saw, Ethereum doing 35-40% growth. About 25% growth, 7-day period. Bitcoin was a little bit lagging behind that. But regardless, my point is that Bitcoin blew from the high 30,000s into 40, 42 and hit 45,000. Pretty phenomenal growth and market cap growth in a very short period of time. Okay, Ethereum kind of did something similar. I mean, it was all the way down into the 1900 range. It definitely low 2000s and just blew, past, 22, 25, 2800, 3000, heading towards about a high of about 3300. Here's my point. Both of them have backed off of those levels and are just kind of languishing right now, just kind of moving sideways. I think that you've got people that are doing some profit taking, number one, in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other coins. Even Shiba Inu, I think there's some profit. There was some profit taking earlier today, and kind of Doge, looking at some charts around there, in the last 24 hours, give or take. And I think that's kind of what I'm seeing. And here's what I would also say. This run that's happened in August, frankly, wasn't really expected. I think everybody kind of expected August to kind of just be maybe some incremental small gains, but we had a really nice run up in the first 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of August. Nobody really was talking about that happening. They were talking about specific coins like Cardano or Ethereum, because of some of the catalysts going on around those, but not an overall market run up where we added a tremendous amount of market cap to the overall market. Okay. So where I'm going with all this is that I think for the next 7 to 10 days, we might have some few minor run-ups and maybe a little bit down. But for the most part, I think we're going to basically kind of use my treading water analogy, right? I think we're just going to kind of stay where we're at, a little flat, maybe give a little bit, move a little bit back. It's entirely possible that Ethereum will float back into the high 2000s. It did today. It's been right around this 229, high 29, 3000 range all day. It's been waffling back and forth on that. Okay, and this direct corollary on this has a direct correlation back to SHIB. So SHIB's not going to really do anything right here, right now, while the overall market is flat, period. Just giving you guys the cards on the table, right? And just telling you straight up, that's what I'm seeing. I firmly believe this is kind of where we're going to be for the foreseeable future. Also, I've been led to believe from the sources that I'm seeing, people commenting, things like that September 6th seems to be the hard deadline when Webull is going to officially bring Shiba onto their exchange. Haven't heard anything about Coinbase. Robinhood's still MIA. Just FYI, I know I've been saying that, but just letting you know, that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Okay, so for the most part, this is where we're at. This is kind of the state of the union. And frankly, kind of fully expected this. I think that there's some amazing things in the future, for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. This is from Satoshi. I've talked about this in previous videos, kind of giving us insight of where they're headed. There's definitely burn mechanisms coming. They're going to start implementing some burns in some very creative ways. There are, they point blank have said, hey, look, Shiba Inu, it is all SHIB, and so the token is not going to be left behind. Things like that. Okay, and I've covered this, so I'm not going to go through this. There's an incubator. I'm sure you're probably aware of that. There's an NFT marketplace coming. There's some really cool stuff in the future. And right here, right now, this is what it is. So if it's kind of freaking you out, stop looking at your exchanges. I don't even look at mine on a day-to-day level. I look at it maybe once or twice a week or something like that. Or if something's going on with particular crypto, with one of my holdings, I might take a look and that kind of thing. But for the most part, hey, this is what it is right now. We're just kind of in a treading water, scenario. We're just kind of bobbing on the ocean, right? All right. Hope you have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support of myself, my channel, my videos. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me a voice in this crazy crypto world. I'll see you later. Good night.